All right, so what are we making today?
Stone crab traps.
Yeah, we got one constructed already, except for the concrete on the bottom. And these are the parts for another two. We have 5 total. So let's get to it and follow along if you want to see how this is done. All right, Saya, we got all of our parts laid out here. All these parts for 5 stone crab traps were purchased locally in Miami. There's a lot of places that have these. You can buy them also online. So we have 4 sides of our trap here. We're gonna assemble these together. They pretty much slide and screw together. Notice at the bottom of the crab trap, you have these features here. This is at the bottom because later we're gonna pour in some concrete. The concrete does what for us? The concrete allows the crab trap to sink to the bottom of the sea. And that's where the crabs are. So the concrete locks onto these little features here, and then it's attached as one to the stone crab trap. Okay, now we need the top of our crab trap. That's this piece. Perfect. And what's this for, Saya?
So the crabs can come in.
Yeah, this allows the crabs to get in, but then they can't get back out. And we have these are little hinges that's gonna go on to this part. These hinges allow us to open up the top of the crab trap. Not yet.
With screws.
Not quite yet, but you have the right idea. Okay, and then these slide onto this side of the trap, like so. There we go. Perfect. Now we gotta put some screws in. All right, I'm gonna start these, then you can finish these, Saya, okay? All right, pull the trigger. Good, perfect. Okay, wait. All right, pull the trigger. Perfect. All right, let's see how it works. I'm gonna open it up, Saya. Perfect. All right, now how about this guy? Where's he go? All right, and we attach that with some more screws. All right, pull the trigger. Perfect. Pull the trigger. Perfect. Okay, and now what else do we need to add right here?
We need to add the thing that like opens and closes.
Like the lock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is attached with the screw there. And this lock with the screw right there.
Yeah, but Babu.
Okay.
How we do it in the sea? Yeah, but how does it lock in the sea? It's open.
Well, we lock it before we throw it into the sea. Okay, so pull the trigger. Good. All right, can you open those locks now?
Yeah.
Good. And then open the top. Perfect. Okay, where does this go?
Right in here.
Oh. Why do we put wood there?
So if it passed 1 week or 2 and the crab is starving and it's about to die, then it could like use its claws to like chop through it, then they could escape.
Yeah, so this wood block will eventually disintegrate or be destroyed by the crab, allowing the crabs to escape if needed. Florida regulations and other state regulations require this piece of wood to be assembled to crab traps. So there's our piece of wood that was provided with the kit. Let's attach it permanently to the trap with some screws. That's done on the inside through holes 1 and 2. Okay, let's put these screws in. And pull the trigger. Wait, let's say to pull the trigger. Good job. Good job. You did it. I'm now going to mix up some concrete for the bottom of the traps. It's easiest to do this with a drill and a mixer attachment. That's my concrete from Home Depot. Simply add some water and mix. My 4 crab traps are lined up. There's a 5th, but I'm gonna save that one and do something different with that one later. Our concrete's about the right consistency. It can flow pretty well. You don't want it too wet, nor too dry, so let's pour it into these traps. And we're gonna fill to about this part of the trap. And smooth out that concrete. And I'll let this concrete set up overnight. I underestimated the amount of concrete I need. I need 1 more bag. It was 1 60-pound bag to do these 2 traps. The concrete is halfway set, so we're gonna mark whose trap is whose by their handprint. So Selah, this will be yours. Let's put your hand in there. Hold out your fingers. All right, we're gonna push your hand in the concrete a little bit. Okay, pull it out. There's Selah's hand. Okay, we're gonna wash your hand. But first, okay, Saya, you do the same thing. Pull out. Good job.
Hold up your paw.
Oh, okay, now go wash your hands.
Hold up your paw.
The cement in the crab traps has cured and it's sturdy. Now I'm going to attach my identification that's required by Florida law, and that's gonna go right here. You can do this a number of different ways. You can buy ready-made tags with all your identification. In this case, this is not wood. This is a PVC material, so it won't degrade into the salt water. And I'm gonna attach it with stainless steel screws on this plastic. On the tag, you need to write a few different things per Florida law. Your full name, address, full address, and lastly, your stone crab trap permit license number. I'll use a magic marker and write those pieces of information. All the crab traps are now properly tagged, and I mentioned that on these tags you need your registration number from your Florida crab trap permit. As a Florida resident, you get a free permit for up to 5 stone crab traps annually. That is for non-commercial traps. So I've cut my rope to length. If you're dropping in about 10 feet of water, include maybe a few extra feet, maybe 15 feet total on your line. These are about 20 feet at the moment, but I can cut them shorter later if I need to. And I'll tie my rope onto this trap using a typical knot for fishing. I'm gonna create a bit of a loop right here, and I'll wrap this tag line of the rope around about 5 times this portion of the rope. 3, 4, 5, and then feed that tag line through the loop, and then pull both sides of your rope. And this part's not completely necessary, but we're going to paint our buoys a certain color so we can identify our traps from the other crab traps in the bay. I chose red. Choose whatever color you want, and let's paint. Buoys are painted. Traps are nearly ready. I'm going to attach a weight on my rope just a few feet from the attachment point to the trap. This 1 pound weight is threaded onto the rope, and I'll just tie a knot here, typical knot, to keep it secure. The reason for the weight is so that the weight keeps the buoy from floating all too far away from the trap, getting stuck in other crab trap lines or even a boat. And now we have to attach our painted red buoys to the traps. On this particular trap, I attached a weight only a few feet from the buoy end. This weight will likely be suspended in the water, but that's okay. It keeps the buoy above the trap. That's the purpose. I've already tied on this end of the rope a small knot, double knot, typical knot, and that will keep the buoy on the rope. I'll secure the buoy with a second knot at the top of the buoy. Simple double knot. There we go. And with a black Sharpie permanent marker, I'm going to draw a big letter R on this buoy. I have to do that for all the buoys. This is per regulation. R means recreational as opposed to commercial fishing license. There we go. Use a lighter and burn any loose ends of the rope. You're melting some glues in there to prevent the rope from fraying. So we got our crab traps and the silly crew. We're gonna go lay some crab traps. Pig's feet for bait, and we're gonna, instead of dropping this off a boat, we're gonna try something different, dropping it off a bridge, and then that way we don't have to get the boat out every time we want to check these traps, which is about every 7 days. Load up the trap with about 1 pound of pig's feet, 1 pound per trap. Lock the trap, secure the trap with 1 zip tie. And throw the trap in the water. Ready, Saya? The traps are set. We'll come back in about a week and see if we got any crabs. And we'll also throw in 1 trap underneath the bridge. Here we go. What do you think, Saya? Pretty cool? Mm-hmm. All right, there's a trap. We'll check on them in about a week, see if we got any stone crab. Let's go. All right, we're back at our crab trap spot. We're gonna pull these crabs up. It looked like someone may have messed with these traps because they're in a bit of a different location than when we left, where we left them. So I use a big rod here, has a hook on the end. I'll try to pull up these traps. Hey y'all, looks like we got some crabs in there. They might be pretty small.
We got 2 crabs.
Might be too small. No one messed with this trap because it's still got the zip tie on it.
At least we got 2 crabs.
Okay, let's open it up, check it out. Let's see what we got. You gotta measure your crab to see if it's big enough to keep. I think these are gonna be too small, but that's what we're gonna use. And we have a little gauge here. 1 side's for lobster, 1 side's for crab. We're looking for the side that's 2 3/4 inches to see if we can keep that claw, or is it 2 7/8? All right, so we take the little measuring gauge, put him on his claw. He's way too small of a claw. Should have known that. Well, we didn't catch any keepable claws this time, so we're gonna throw these traps back with some more bait, and we'll see what we get. We're back a second time checking our traps, and we did get a decent sized stone crab. His claws might still be too small, but we'll check it out. Good job, Saya.
He's like, I want to live. I don't want to get.
I don't have the proper tongs to grab this thing. This is how you can grab them. Just don't let them pinch you. They are strong little boogers. This claw might be big enough. I'm gonna measure it. Oh yeah, he's big enough. All right, so to take his claw out, I'm gonna use a knife. I'm gonna put it in one of his joints here. He's gonna drop his claw off. He'll regenerate it later, and I'm only gonna keep 1 claw. I'm gonna tickle him right in here, in that joint. He's gonna drop his claw off. He dropped it off. That one actually, I could also take. I'll let him keep it. Throw him back here. All right, ready? Here we go. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for your claw.
We got our first claw. Good job, Saya. We're gonna get some more bait. We're gonna fill up these crab traps again. We'll check them again in yet another week. We have a few more weeks until the stone crab season is done here in South Florida. So that is how you stone crab. Hopefully you catch more than I have so far, but we're doing this just off a bridge. You might have more luck further out in the bay. You'll have to use a boat to go check your traps about weekly. I hope this helps you with your project. So we have a funny plan. We're gonna trick Mommy, and we're gonna supplement our 1 crab claw with more stone crab claws from the market. So let's go get some more and tell Mommy we caught a whole bunch of stone crab. What do you think? Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. These are the crab claws that we just bought. These were medium size, not jumbo, and I think the one we got was in fact then considered a jumbo because he's bigger than all the others. That's awesome. We're gonna trick Mommy into thinking we caught a lot of crab.
Mommy, guess what? We caught all of the traps at once.
Oh my goodness.
We got stone crab.
What?
Say that, look, we got stone crab claws.
Sure you guys didn't go to Costco.
We did not go to Costco.
That's amazing.
You're already making lobster.
I'm making lobster. This is
Oh, wow.
Caught spiny lobster for some lobster rolls.
Okay. Good job, Saya. Sayla, good job.
Huh?
Your trap had some crabs. Good job, baby girl.